Hi, this is Eric Sloeve over at ntpro.nl, and in this video I'm going to show you another cool vSphere 5 feature called port mirroring. So let's hop over to my vCenter server, and at my vCenter server I'm hosting a lot of virtual machines. And when I'm going to my vCenter server and I'm going to the view home networking and I'm selecting my distributed virtual switch, I'm able to configure this switch. And when I'm going to settings, you will see a new tab right here called port mirroring. When I'm clicking the port mirroring tab, I can create different session names, different port mirroring sessions, and I've already created a test session. Let's see what I did in this session. You can put in a name, you can put in a description, you can enable or disable this session, you can allow normal I/O on destination ports, you can even encapsulate all the mirror traffic in a VLAN when you are using special analyzing software in your virtual machine, and you are able to encapsulate it from that VLAN 1, for instance. You can also put in a packet length, but this is the part where it becomes real interesting, because when I'm going to sources, I have the option to choose between ingress and egress traffic, and both, or only ingress or only egress. I have chosen for egress, and what I did is that every bit that is sent out through port 1 is going to destination port ID 10. You can also put in an uplink, but in my case I've used a port ID. So let's see at the distributed switch who's connected to port 1 and port 10. When I'm going to ports, you will see that my virtual machine 128 is connected to port 1 and my virtual machine 177 is connected to port 10. So let's go to virtual machines and templates, and let's take a watch at those virtual machines. 128, a normal virtual machine with only one network adapter connected to the distributed port group on the distributed switch. And 177, I have chosen to add an extra interface to this virtual machine, interface 2, and this one is the one who is connected to port 10. So when I'm going to my monitoring virtual machine, who has 2 network cards and one is attached to port 10, I've installed the Wireshark software, which is available at wireshark.org, and it's available for free and it's completely open source. I'm going to the option to the menu capture, I'm going to the interfaces, and this second interface is the interface that is connected to port 10. I'm going to start monitoring traffic, and I'm using the ECMP protocol. ECMP is Internet, I have to use not capitals but small letters. ECMP is used by ping. ECMP. Okay, apply. ECMP is monitored. I'm going to the other virtual machine, and that is the virtual machine with where the mirroring is active, and that virtual machine is going to send out some ping responses. And so I'm going to ping my my own website, ping www.ntpro.nl-t for a continuous ping. So it's pinging to the outside world now, and let's take a look at the other virtual machine which is attached to port 10. There you see it, all the ping replies are nice in this cool utility called Wireshark. So this way you can easily monitor traffic on a certain port, you can mirror the traffic, you can choose between egress and egress traffic. Let's hop over to vCenter and watch those settings again. So at hosting clusters, I'm using 2 virtual machines. Both virtual machines are connected to a distributed port group, and the distributed port group is created on the distributed switch. Virtual machine 128 is pinging to the outside world, to ntpro.nl. Virtual machine 177 has 2 virtual network adapters, and one of those adapters is connected to port 10. Let's take a look at our distributed switch, which is right on the networking. So the distributed switch is enabled for port monitoring, and we see port mirroring right here. I've created a session name called test. You can put in some basic stuff here. You can put in a source, in my case a port ID. You can choose between ingress and egress. You can choose a destination port, in my case port 10, because the second network adapter in my 177 machine is connected to port 10, and then you can capture the traffic within your virtual machine. Real cool. Okay, Eric Sloof is signing off. Have fun with all those cool features, and don't forget to visit the Mythbusters session at the VMworld 2011 in Las Vegas. See you there. Thank you. Bye-bye.